Baahubali 2, The Conclusion, English, The One with Strong Arms, The Conclusion, is a 2017 Indian historical fiction film co-written and directed by S. S. Rajamouli. The film was produced by Tollywood studio Arka Media Works. It is the continuation of Baahubali, The Beginning, taking place before and after the events of that film. It was originally made in both Telugu and Tamil and dubbed into Hindi, Malayalam, German, French, Japanese and English. The film stars major actors from Tollywood industry with Prabhas, Anushka Shetty, Rana Daggubati and Sathiraj in lead roles. Initially, both parts were jointly produced on a budget of 250 rupees crore, 2.5 billion rupees. However, the budget of the second part was increased later. Baahubali 2, The Conclusion has made a record of highest pre-release business with 500 rupees crore, 5 billion rupees. Baahubali 2, The Conclusion was premiered at the British Film Institute, and was theatrically released over 9,000 screens worldwide on the 28th of April 2017. Baahubali 2 was the first Telugu film to be released in 4K high-definition format. It is estimated that close to 200 screens are being upgraded to 4K projectors before the release date of the movie. Baahubali 2 released to positive reviews from critics and surpassed the 2014 Hindi film PK, to become the highest-grossing Indian film of all time, collecting approx 800 rupees crore, $120 million, worldwide within just 6 days of its release. It became the first ever Indian film to gross over 1,000 rupees crore, $155 million, in all languages in just 10 days. Plot Kadapa, Sathiraj, continues to narrate how he ended up killing Amarendra Baahubali, Prabhas. After vanquishing the Kalakyas, Amarendra Baahubali is declared as the future king of Mahishmati and Balaladeva. Rana Daggubati is declared as the commander-in-chief. Before the coronation, Rajamatha Sivagami, Ramya Krishnan, begins to look for a bride for Amarendra. She instructs Amarendra and Kadapa to tour the kingdom to understand its current state and its people. Amarendra falls in love with Devasena, Anushka Shetty, a princess of the Kuntala kingdom, 7.5 yahanas in the north from Mahishmati, and the sister of the king of Kuntala. Balaladeva learns of Amarendra's attempts to woo Devasena and hatches a plot to drive a wedge between Amarendra and Sivagami by asking for Devasena's hand in marriage for himself. Sivagami, unaware that Amarendra is in love with Devasena, promises Devasena's hand in marriage to Balaladeva. Sivagami sends an emissary to the kingdom of Kuntala, who delivers the marriage proposal in a patronizing way. An insulted Devasena rejects the proposal with a scathing reply. Sivagami is enraged to hear Devasena's response and sends an order to Amarendra that Devasena be brought to Mahishmati as a captive. The kingdom of Kuntala is attacked by Pindarais, a dacoit-like army. Amarendra, with the help of Devasena's maternal uncle, Kumaravarma, Subaraju, is able to nullify the attack and save Kuntala. Amarendra reveals who he is, promises Devasena that he will protect her honor no matter what and convinces her to come with him to Mahishmata as his future bride. Upon reaching Mahishmata, the misunderstanding comes to light. When Sivagami delivers an ultimatum to Amarendra that he must either choose the throne or Devasena, he chooses Devasena. Balaladeva is crowned king and Amarendra is made the new commander-in-chief. During the coronation ceremony, the citizens of Mahishmati clearly display their preference for Amarendra over Balaladeva. At Devasena's baby shower, Balaladeva relieves Amarendra of his duties as commander-in-chief so that Amarendra can be with his wife. Devasena immediately speaks out against the king's manipulation and the mute inaction of Sivagami. Due to further clashes, Devasena and Amarendra are banished from the palace. Amarendra and Devasena live happily among the people. Balaladeva notices that to the people, Amarendra is their king, and hatches a plot with his father Bijaladeva, Nasser, to convince Sivagami that Amarendra is trying to assassinate him. Sivagami, convinced that Balaladeva's life is under threat and open action would result in factions and civil war, orders Kadapa to assassinate Amarendra. Kadapa, bound by his word to serve the queen, lures Amarendra by feigning he is in trouble, and then stabs him in the back and kills him. Kadapa learns of Balaladeva's treachery and informs Sivagami. Devasena too arrives to learn of her husband's death with her son, in her arms. Sivagami announces the panicked hordes outside her palace that Amarendra is dead and the baby, Mahendra Baahubali, is the new king. As Balaladeva and his men are about to seize the queen, she flees with baby Mahendra Baahubali. Devasena is taken prisoner for the next 25 years. The Kuntala kingdom is destroyed completely by Balaladeva. The now ousted Kuntala king, Mekka Ramakrishna, leads the rebel group that has indulged in guerrilla warfare against King Balaladeva. After listening to the whole story, Mahendra Baahubali alias Shivudu, Prabhas, decides to avenge his father's death by raising his own army with the help of Kadapa and returns to Mahishmati along with Avantika, Tamina, and the people of of the city. Balaladeva once again kidnaps Devasena and seals the palace, but Baahubali, ingenious like his father, manages to enter the palace to capture Balaladeva. Bijaladeva tries to brainwash Kadapa, reminding him of his forefathers' pledge of their allegiance to protect and defend the throne of Mahismata and their duty to be loyal to the king. Kadapa reminds him that Sivagami had declared Mahendra Baahubali king before her death 25 years back, and hence his loyalties instead lie with the rightful king, Baahubali. Balaladeva is later defeated by Baahubali and burnt alive on a pyre prepared by Devasena, ending the cruel regime of Balaladeva. Baahubali becomes the new king of Mahishmati with Avantika as his queen, declaring peace and harmony. In the end credits, a child is heard asking an elder whether the son of Mahendra Baahubali will become the next king of Mahishmati, to which the elder replies, "Who knows what Lord Shiva is planning?" Cast Prabhas as Amarendra Baahubali and Mahendra Baahubali alias Sivudu, Telugu, Shivu, Tamil. Rana Dagu Badi as Balaladeva, Telugu, Palvalathavan, Tamil. Anushka Shetty as Yuvarani, Princess, Devasena, Telugu, Thavasane, Tamil. Ramya Krishnan as Rajamatha, Queen Mother, Sivagami, Telugu and Tamil. Sathiraj as Kadapa, Telugu and Tamil, a slave and commander of the King's Guard. Tamina as Avantika, a member of a rebel group who wants to free Devasena. Nasser as Bijaladeva, Telugu, Pingalathavan, Tamil, father of Balaladeva. Subaraju as Kumara Varma, brother-in-law of Devasena. Prithviraj Balareddy as Prime Minister of the Kunthala Kingdom. Mekha Ramakrishna as Jaya Varma, the king of Kunthala and leader of the rebel group. Rahini as Sangha, Sivudu's foster mother. Production Baahubali. The conclusion is produced in Tollywood, the center of Telugu language films in India based out of Hyderabad. However, it was filmed in both Telugu and Tamil languages simultaneously. The film series is touted to be the most expensive in India till date. The screenwriter, K.V. Vijayendra Prasad, who wrote stories for most of Rajamouli's films, once again penned the story for Baahubali. R.C. Kamalakanan is chosen as visual effects supervisor and Kodagiri Venkateswara Rao is the editor. P.M. Satish is the sound designer, and stunt sequences were coordinated by King Solomon, Lee Whitaker, Kecha, and Peter Hine. The film's costume designers are Rama Rajamouli and Prasanth Tripuranena. The line producer is M.M. Srivali. The film shooting started on the 17th of December 2015 at Ramoji Film City in Hyderabad with Prabhas and Ramya Krishna. The film, featuring Telugu star actors Prabhas and Rana Dagu Badi in the lead roles, has become the biggest ever movie in India in terms of scale of production and making as of 2017. Casting Prabhas was cast as main lead of the film. Anushka Shetty was cast as the heroine of the film, as she was also a part of Mirchi, 2013. She coincidentally became the first heroine Rajamouli repeated in his films and thus made her schedules full for 2013 and 2014. Rana Dagu Badi was recruited as the antagonist of the film, and coincidentally he was also a part of Rudramadeva. Sathiraj signed the film. In April 2013, Adiva Sesh was cast for a crucial role in the film, as Rajamouli was impressed by his work in the Panja, 2011. Actress Ramya Krishnan was chosen to play the crucial role in the film as Rajamatha in August 2013. Actor Nasser was selected to play a supporting role. Chirandeep was selected to play the brother of the film's chief villain. On the 20th of December 2013, a press release stated that Tamina will be second heroine of the film, which marks her first collaboration with Rajamouli and second collaboration with Prabhas. Mekha Ramakrishna was picked for the head of the Kunthala Guerrillas. Characters and looks Rana Dagu Badi was said to be playing the role of Prabhas' brother, and he too underwent a lot of physical transformation satisfying the role he was assigned to play in the film. He also underwent training in martial arts under the supervision of a Vietnamese trainer, Tuan. Sathiraj has a tonsured look for his role in the film. Sudeep said that he would play the role of a weapons trader Aslam Khan in this film. In the end of October 2013, Rana appeared at a fashion show with a beefed-up body which, according to him, was a part of his look in the film. In mid-May 2014, reports emerged that Anushka would play a pregnant woman for a few sequences in the second part of the film. At the same time, Prabhas posted on his Facebook page that he underwent a minor shoulder surgery and would join the film's sets in a span of a month. On the 1st of June 2014, Prabhas and Rana's trainer Lakshman Reddy said that Prabhas started his training 8 months before the commencement of shooting, and after 2 years, both of them weighed nearly 100 kilos each. He also added that Prabhas has two attires, with a heavy, bulky body for Baahubali's role and a lean physique for the second role. For his look, Prabhas met WWE superstars like The Undertaker in February 2014 and interacted with them about their daily regimen and workouts. Prabhas had equipment costing 15 million rupees shipped to his home, where he built a personal gym. His breakfast included 40 half-boiled egg whites blended and added with protein powder. In mid-June 2014, regarding her role in the film, Tamina said that she would be playing the role of a warrior princess named Avantika, and her appearance in the film is completely different when compared to her past films. Before joining the film's shoot, Tamina did costume trials for the film, which she confirmed in her micro-blogging page, stating, "I am very excited to get onto the set of Baahubali. I did some dress trials today and my look in this movie will be totally new. I have never been seen in such sort of a look till now. It will be a new role for me." Rajamouli called Tamina and her characterization as a value addition to the movie. She stated that she plays Avantika, and had a special training and diet regime. The film introduced a new language called Kilikili. Music. Rajamouli's cousin M. Keeravani composed the music and background for the film. All lyrics written by Madan Karki. All lyrics written by Manoj Muntashar. All lyrics written by Mankambu Gopalakrishnan. Release. The film was released in conventional 2D as well as in IMAX format on the 28th of April 2017 in about 9,000 screens worldwide. The film was initially released in most Gulf countries including the UAE a day earlier, on the 27th of April 2017. The Telugu version of the film was insured against financial loss by future Generali for 200 rupees crore. Baahubali 2, the conclusion set a record collection of 500 rupees crore, 5 billion rupees, before the release of the film through satellite and theatrical rights. Box office. Baahubali 2, the conclusion on the first day of its release grossed 217 rupees crore, $34 million, worldwide, which is the highest opening ever for an Indian film, surpassing Kabali, 87 rupees and 50 paise crore, $14 million. Baahubali 2 set a new Indian record of worldwide gross of about 540 rupees crore, $84 million, in just 3 days. Baahubali 2 grossed $81 million, third on the global box office list, during the opening weekend, including $10.1 million in the United States alone, the highest ever opening for an Indian film in the US. It set a new record of highest ever domestic grosser in all languages in India, grossing 565 rupees crore, $88 million, in 5 days. It also became the highest grossing Indian film ever with worldwide gross of 792 rupees crore in all languages in just 6 days. Baahubali 2 became the first Indian film to worldwide gross in excess of 1,000 rupees crore, $160 million, in all languages. The film grossed over 1,250 rupees crore, $190 million, crores in all languages by the end of 2 weeks. After 16 days, the film's global collection stood at 1,330 rupees crore, $210 million. It grossed over 1,450 rupees crore, $230 million, by the end of 19 days. Its worldwide gross crossed 1,500 rupees crore, $230 million, at the end of 21 days. India. In India, Baahubali 2, the conclusion grossed 152 rupees and 60 paise crore, $24 million, on its first day of release in India from all 4 versions, Telugu, Tamil, Malayalam and Hindi. By the end of the third day, the film had grossed 415 rupees crore, $64 million, in the domestic market. The film grossed 695 rupees crore, $110 million, in India by the end of first week. The Hindi dubbed version of Baahubali 2 alone netted 386 rupees crore, $60 million, in India in 2 weeks. The Hindi version's distributor share after 11 days stands at 185 rupees crore, $29 million, the highest ever for a Hindi film, breaking the previous record of Dangal. Baahubali 2 grossed around 100 rupees crore in Tamil Nadu and 50 rupees crore in Kerala. Overseas. It collected around 60 rupees crore, $9.3 million, on its first day from the overseas markets, with 30 rupees crore, 300 million rupees, coming from the US, 16 rupees crore, $2.5 million, from the UAE, and the rest from other markets. By the end of the third day, it collected 125 rupees crore, $19 million, from the overseas market, with 64 rupees crore, $9.9 million, coming from the US alone. On the 3rd of May 2017, Baahubali 2, the conclusion became the highest grossing Indian film at the US box office with $12.5 million, surpassing Dangal's gross of $12.3 million. Baahubali 2, the conclusion became the first Indian film to cross $11.1 million in Middle East GCC Gulf, surpassing Bajrangi Bhaijaan. As of the 14th of May 2017, the film has grossed $19 million in the United States. By the end of 16 days of its release, the film's overseas gross stands at 240 rupees crore, $37 million. Critical reception. The film received positive reviews from critics and audience. Mike McCahill of The Guardian gave an 4/5 rating and called it a jaw-dropping blockbuster that combines nimble action with genuine heart. He also stated, "This production's triumph is the room it's granted Rajamouli to head into the fields and dream up endlessly expressive ways to frame bodies in motion. Of the many sequences here primed to cut through jadedness, perhaps the most wondrous is that which finds Bahu guiding Deva mid-battle to shoot 3 arrows simultaneously, a set piece that speaks both to a love of action, and love in action. The budget's big, the muscle considerable, but they're nothing compared with Baahubali's heart." Simon Abrams of Rogerbert.com gave the film a 4/4 rating and wrote, "Baahubali 2, the conclusion is everything I want, but rarely get from superhero and big-budget fantasy movies. You care what happens to the cast as they, aided by wires, hurl volleys of arrows at disposable minions and CGI animals. You haven't seen action scenes with physics and logic-defying choreography like this before." He also noted many American viewers may wonder how a film that received little to no media coverage could surpass The Circle, a new studio-produced and distributed thriller starring Tom Hanks and Emma Watson, at the U.S. box office. But they have to see it to know why. Rachit Gupta from Filmfare gave the film a rating of 4.55, stating, "S.S. Rajamouli's much-awaited sequel is the kind of movie Indian cinema should make regularly. It's the kind of sweeping magnum opus that Indian mythos and culture deserve. It's the biggest film we have ever made, and barring a few minor glitches in CGI, this film is possible the greatest spectacle you'll see on a big screen in your life." Sangeetha Devi Dundu from The Hindu stated, "For the most part, the conclusion doesn't let us take our eyes off the screen. It's designed to be a cinematic celebration, one that deserves to be watched on the largest screen possible." Hemant Kumar from First Post called it Rajamouli's epic drama and rated it 4/5. Dipanjan Sinha of Hindustan Times gave the film a rating of 3/5 stars, praising the film's cinematography and special effects, but found fault with some of the female characters. Sinha stated, "Devasena starts off as an ace warrior only to be tamed into someone who has to be protected." Shubhra Gupta of Indian Express rated the film 2/5 stars, noting problems with pacing and sound. Meena Iyer from The Times of India rated it 4/5, writing, "Just savor it. It is a visual extravaganza that India must feast on. Prabhas is terrific as father and son. Of course it is CGI and VFX that grab you in your seat." Sukanya Verma from Rediff rated the film 3.55, writing, "Baahubali, the conclusion continues its tradition of grandiloquence and magnitude, except this time, high drama, more than spectacle, is what lends its riveting tale of revenge and glory all its wallop and wizardry." She also praised the film's cast and director, stating, "Equipped with a cast that's not only in tune with Rajamouli's vision but knows exactly where to hold back and when to give their all adds to Baahubali's might." Anupama Subramanian of the Deccan Chronicle gave the film a 3.55, saying Prabhas steals the show with his awe-inspiring persona. See also India Portal, 2010s Portal, Film Portal, Bollywood Portal, List of most expensive Indian films, List of highest grossing Indian films, references, external links, Baahubali, the conclusion at the Internet Movie Database, the conclusion at Box Office Mojo.